Our final sector, telecom and media, the business of connecting and entertaining a billion-plus people. Telecom has transformed from a brutal price war into a stable, few-player market with real pricing power returning. Media, meanwhile, is being reshaped by streaming and digital, creating both disruption and opportunity. We'll cover the subsectors, the fundamentals, the technicals, and the strategies in detail. Company names are examples only. Let's split this final sector into its parts. First, the telecom operators, the network companies selling data and voice. After years of bruising competition, India has consolidated into essentially a three-player market, which changes everything about the economics. Second, telecom infrastructure, the tower and fiber companies that rent their infrastructure to those operators, a steadier, rental-style business. Third, traditional media and broadcasting, television, print, and film. These are advertising revenue businesses, and they're squarely in the path of digital disruption. Fourth, the digital and OTT platforms, streaming services and internet platforms, the fast-growing new age winners taking share from the old media. So within one sector you have a maturing, cash-generating telecom oligopoly on one side and a disruptive, fast-changing media and digital world on the other. What drives telecom and media? Four forces. For telecom, the master metric is ARPU, average revenue per user, the monthly revenue a company earns from each subscriber. After years of destructive price wars, tariff hikes are finally lifting ARPU, and that is the single most important number to watch in the sector. The second driver is data and 5G. Indians consume enormous and growing amounts of mobile data, and the monetization of 5G networks is the next leg of revenue growth. The third is consolidation. With only 3 big players left, the market has real pricing power again. Fewer competitors means a healthier, more profitable industry, which is why telecom is far more investable now than a decade ago. The fourth, on the media side, is the digital shift, advertising money and viewers steadily moving from television to streaming. That reshapes who wins and who fades, rewarding the digital platforms and pressuring legacy broadcasters. Let's take telecom's fundamentals first. 4 metrics. The first, again, is ARPU, revenue per subscriber. Rising ARPU is essentially the entire bull case for telecom, because with a fixed subscriber base, every rupee of higher ARPU flows powerfully to profit. Watch it above all. The second is subscriber trends, net additions, and, more importantly, the share of high-value data users a company is gaining or losing. Quality of subscribers beats quantity. The third, and the sector's great weakness, is debt. Telecom is brutally capital-intensive, buying spectrum and building networks costs staggering sums, so operators carry heavy debt. A stretched balance sheet is the number one risk here. The fourth is network capex, the ongoing spending on 5G and fiber. It's necessary to stay competitive, but you must judge whether that huge investment will eventually earn a proper return or just burn cash. Now media's fundamentals, which are quite different. 4 things to watch. The first is the revenue mix, advertising versus subscription. Advertising revenue is cyclical, rising and falling with the economy, while subscription revenue is steadier and more predictable. A media company leaning on ads is a riskier, more cyclical bet. The second is viewership and reach. Audience share is what sets advertising rates, but remember, those eyeballs are steadily shifting from television to digital, so today's viewership can erode. The third is content cost. In the streaming era, there's an expensive arms race to produce content, which can burn enormous cash. So judge a streaming or media business on its path to profitability, not just its subscriber growth. Growth that never turns a profit is a trap. The fourth is disruption risk. Legacy television and print face a structural, long-term decline as audiences move online. Be very careful buying a cheap-looking legacy media stock that is quietly shrinking. Let's turn it into a checklist. 5 steps. Step 1. For a telecom operator, ask the 2 questions that matter most. Is ARPU rising, and is the debt under control? A rising ARPU with falling debt is the ideal setup. Step 2. Judge subscriber quality, not just quantity. Gaining high-value data users is worth far more than adding cheap, low-usage ones. Step 3. For a media company, check whether steady subscription revenue is growing while cyclical advertising and legacy formats shrink. You want the mix moving the right way. Step 4. For any streaming or digital business, insist on a credible path to profit, not just endless subscriber growth funded by burning cash. Step 5. And this frames everything. Ask the simple question, is this company a disruptor or the one being disrupted? In this fast-changing sector, that single distinction often decides your returns. Run that, and you can size up any telecom or media name. So how do you play telecom and media? 4 strategies. First, ride the ARPU cycle in telecom. In a healthy 3-player market, rising tariffs and ARPU flow straight to the bottom line, richly rewarding the strong, leading operators. This is the core telecom investment case today. Second, for steadier exposure, consider the tower and fiber infrastructure players. Their rental-style cash flows are calmer and less exposed to the operator's price competition. Third, on the media side, back the digital winners, the profitable streaming and internet platforms taking share over the structurally declining legacy broadcasters. Go with the disruptor. Fourth, and defensively, avoid the debt trap. Steer well clear of weak, heavily indebted operators that can't afford the 5G investment, because in this capital-hungry sector, they can spiral downward. Favor the strong, the profitable, and the disruptors, and avoid the indebted and the disrupted. Finally, the traps in telecom and media. The first, being dazzled by a huge subscriber count. Millions of users mean little if the ARPU is low and the debt is high. Such an operator can bleed cash despite its size. ARPU and the balance sheet matter far more than raw subscriber numbers. The second, buying a cheap-looking legacy television or print stock as a bargain. If its audience is structurally migrating to digital, that low price is a value trap, and the business may simply keep shrinking. The third, assuming any fast-growing streaming platform is a winner. Subscriber growth funded by an endless, unprofitable content arms race destroys value rather than creating it. Demand a path to profit. Focus on ARPU, debt, and profitable disruption, and this modern sector rewards you. Telecom and media, gathered up, and with it, our sector series. In telecom, ARPU is the #1 metric, alongside debt and the share of high-value data users, and the new 3-player market has restored real pricing power. In media, favor subscription revenue over advertising, and beware the structural decline of legacy formats. For streaming, always demand a genuine path to profit, not just subscriber growth. Back the strong operators, the steady infrastructure, and the profitable digital disruptors, and avoid the indebted and the disrupted. And that completes our tour of the market sectors. Apply this same method, subsectors, sector-specific fundamentals, technicals, and strategy, to any sector you ever study. This is education, not investment advice. Always do your own research and consult a SEBI registered advisor. Thank you for watching.